This water right here started its journey 65 years ago. Now that might sound strange, but it's true. The water feeding our crest today first fell as rain when my parents were still kids.
By the time it reaches our farms, it's crystal clear, cool, and full of natural minerals, and we believe what makes our watercress the best in the UK. So we've been working really hard to protect it. I'll explain in a bit. So where exactly does all this water actually come from? When it rains in Dorset and Hampshire, the water doesn't just sit on the surface or run off into rivers, it actually soaks slowly into the ground through layers of soft white chalk. The same kind that you might see on the cliff faces around Dorset. Now the chalk acts like a giant sponge, soaking up the water and filtering it, removing any dirt and impurities as the water moves deeper underground. And this process is completely natural, by the way. There's no pumps or pipes involved, it's just gravity and time. As the water travels down, it has to wind its way through lots of little cracks and gaps in the chalk, sometimes hundreds of meters down. And down there, the water moves really, really slowly, which is why it takes 65 years from rainfall to travel all the way down to the bottom and come back up through our springs. Now during all that time, the chalk gently dissolves into the water, adding minerals like calcium carbonate, magnesium and potassium. Now these are the minerals that make the water hard around here, but these help feed the watercress. Like the calcium helps create strong plant cell walls, the magnesium helps with the deep green color by helping the plant make chlorophyll, and the potassium just encourages healthy growth. Eventually, after decades underground, the water reaches a point it can't go any further. The pressure builds and builds until it's forced back up to the surface, and for us, that's at our natural spring.
When it finally sees daylight again, the water is clear, cool, full of natural minerals, and clean enough to drink straight from the ground. And that's exactly what flows through our watercress beds every day. And we believe it's the water's 65-year journey that gives our watercress its pure, mineral-rich, unmistakable flavour.
And using pure spring water isn't just good for the plants, it's better for everything around them too. Because our water comes straight from the natural spring, it never passes through any other farmland before it reaches us. And this is great because it means it doesn't get contaminated with soil or fertilizers or animal waste that can run off from other fields and into the rivers and streams, meaning our watercress is completely protected from that kind of pollution. We also don't need to clean or treat the water with any chemicals because nature's done the job for us. The chalk has filtered the water perfectly, so when it reaches our beds, it's ready to use. And that's good news for the watercress, but even better news for the tiny insects living here. When you have clean, untreated water flowing through the beds, you create a healthy home for the insects, water snails, and even the odd eel from time to time. And they're all part of this balanced ecosystem that, for the most part, helps keep everything in check. And that's the real power of spring water, is that it's clean, it's natural, and it allows us to work in harmony with the environment instead of against it. Now, it's often said you can taste where your food comes from, and in our case, that is completely true. Now, obviously, we're biased, but we believe because our watercress is growing in pure flowing spring water, that's the reason that each leaf has that crisp, peppery bite. And that's because our plants are growing exactly how nature intended. And now, thanks to our recent work with Dorset Council and DEFRA, our traditional way of growing watercress has been officially recognised. British watercress recently earned TSG status, which means Traditional Speciality Guaranteed. And that protects the name watercress and the way it's grown. Now, if you don't grow watercress, that might not sound like a big deal, but it really is. There's loads of different types of cress out there, some grown in soil, some grown in hydroponic trays, all being sold as watercress for years. But they are not the same thing. Watercress needs flowing water to survive. And that's what gives it its distinct flavour and a whole host of potential health benefits. So this new protection isn't just a gimmick, it's a promise. A promise that when you buy watercress in the UK, you're getting the real thing. Grown in clean, flowing water, just as it always has been. That's how we grow ours, with pure spring water that flows steadily all year round. And for us, it's not just water, but the secret ingredient that makes our watercress the best it can be. And we think that's worth protecting.
Follow the farm, like and subscribe, and we'll show you more about where our watercress comes from, how it's grown, and what we do with it. And if you like this video, check out this one next.